Stay still.
Intro, there it is.
Hey.
It's when the intro's playing.
Yeah.
So like we're doing this. We're doing a bunch of this. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing a bit of this.
Hey, what up?
Hey. Hello, everybody. It is the
Hello.
Talking Normies podcast, and we are the Talking Normies.
We're the Talking Normies.
My name is Chris.
I'm Spidey.
And Mickey.
All right, so before we get in, I've been gone, and I'm going to give you guys a little taste of that. But before, so we've been doing trivia, and me and Marquetta got second place a couple of nights ago, just by ourselves.
What?
Go ahead.
And so we got our whole group together.
What was the theme?
There's no theme. It's just general trivia.
General? Okay.
Just
Go ahead.
General trivia, yeah. We went on
Rogue.
because they'll always hit you with, like, some geography. They always do like some pop culture stuff. So we're pretty good. We need a sports guy. But here's the thing. Yes, the last time we were playing, they asked this question: who was the last president to be president of 48 states? So we didn't have Alaska and we didn't have Hawaii. Who was that president?
Wait.
Andrew Jackson.
Or tell me the year you think it was, at least the decade.
I have no idea.
I would say, I don't know, like 1800s, 1850-ish.
Okay, cool. So we're about around the same. I said I think we end up. My buddy was like, it was Dwight D. Eisenhower, and I was like, no, Eisenhower was the president at the end of World War II. He was like, yeah, and I was like, well, Pearl Harbor happened.
Yeah, we had.
And he was like,
Yeah, and that was in Hawaii.
he was like, maybe you underestimate America. And I was like, no. We had Pearl Harbor. And he was like, but did we? And I was like, I don't know. And everyone started talking, and like he kind of moved away from the conversation, and we all kept talking. I was like, look, it's got to be like probably around World War I. So I was like, I don't know. I forgot who we put. I think we put like Woodrow Wilson, actually, is what we put.
We had Alaska then. Didn't
Turns
we?
out, it was Dwight D. Eisenhower. And when Hawaii was attacked, like, sure, I was like, what?
We didn't.
No
It
way.
wasn't ours. We just had bases there.
We got to see when we got to.
Because
on.
we had.
When did we get Hawaii?
We
Hang on.
put stuff there.
We didn't
I
have
don't-
Hawaii then.
I mean, it might
And
not
we,
have. Like,
and we didn't have Alaska.
It was very confusing.
When did we even get Alaska? Why did we get Alaska?
1898 spurred the nation. When did Hawaii become a state is the question. When did Hawaii become a state? We need to know. Oh, okay. When did Hawaii become a state?
59.
August 21st, 1959. I
had-
thought we were on drugs. I was like, no, you're lying. They attacked Pearl Harbor. We attacked back, and it was like, wasn't a state. It was just
We
a fucking
had
U.S.
These
territory.
two states when Don Draper was fucking
Yeah.
marketing.
Don
and
Draper
shit.
was over doing the Korean War back when he was before he was Don Draper. Spoiler
That
alert for a
is-
show that you probably should have watched.
way later than I
we
would
were
have.
just like,
19
I'm mad.
My mom was born in 1964.
Right? Like, that was not.
Our grandparents all
my
lived
parents
in a
are
U.S. that
older.
had 48 states.
Bro, my parents are older
Holy shit.
than us having acquired. What? What took so long? Why? And why did they give it to us? Who did we
Oh.
take it from?
Yeah, who do we get it
The
from?
Hawaiians.
But who did we take Alaska from?
Oh, I think we bought Alaska from Russia.
That would track. Can't she? Like,
You know, that is
aren't they
wild.
right
Like
next to
at
each other
the
down there? They're
narrow,
pretty
the
close.
Bering
It's like
Strait.
5 miles.
Yeah.
You can like literally.
you can see
Someone could
Russia
swim it.
from certain parts
oh
of Alaska.
God, no.
Someone wonder
mean-
how long's the English Channel?
Oh no, yeah.
I'm sorry. Theoretically, yes, but the water is so
No.
cold and dangerous that you would
It
die.
has been done before when it's frozen over. There's
Okay.
in certain
So are they just walk it or they swim in it?
I don't know, but I think it's been
fucking
done
drugs.
before.
So yeah, your boy's been gone. I was out in the old Dominican Republic.
Ayo.
The old
Let me
DR,
tell you.
the
Let me
old
tell you. I'm gonna work
doctor.
my Dominican Republic trip backwards.
go.
So I was missing in action because I got food poisoning on my last day,
Well,
As
and
you
I
do.
shit my pants on
Who
an
do you
airplane.
think you are? How dare you?
As you should.
Right, and I thought I was gonna shit my pants on the plane. So I brought an extra pair of undies, and then I had to get changed inside of the airplane bathroom, which
Like
is
you-
hard.
Why didn't you shit on the plane?
Oh no, like I
Wait,
had the squirts, and like I was just like
Wait, you did?
I literally shit my pants.
You didn't just shit in the sky?
No, I was like, so we were like on the ramp going down, and I was like,
Were you sitting next to people?
yeah, it was a full flight. We're on the ramp going down, and I was like, no, hold it.
Did they say anything?
No, I mean, it's not like I was like, it was just like, it was like a shard, when when it's liquidy.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
that's
oh my
gonna
God,
produce
no.
that's gonna produce a.
No. So I was just like, man, that
That's-
sucks. And I
I
had
think-
to sit there and
think
wait to
you're
pull
telling-
out and then wait to taxi and then wait to get up to level to like hop up and change. And I was like, and the pilot probably thought I was trying to come through the door because it was the bathroom up front. And I was,
He
fucking
was like, it's attack.
God. So you know, we made do with that.
Was the food worth it?
It was. We did the buffets a lot. I do have a complaint about our resort, though. Yeah. They don't tell you how.
You were at a resort, so you didn't get the authentic.
No, we were. Oh, so Sunday was the day we were gonna leave and get because it's known for its fish there, and there was a seafood brunch spot, and we were gonna go, but I was too down bad to get. I was like, I literally can't be. I need to be by a toilet all day, so I was.
Did you not get shots or anything before you went?
Shots?
Need shots?
Yeah, the fuck am I, a pet?
No, I mean sometimes when my relatives go to India,
they gotta get a malaria shot. Yeah, you gotta get. I'm going to the Caribbean.
I mean there's other shots you can get to acclimate to the water and stuff.
Can't get a poop shot.
Yeah, there's things you can do.
I don't know what I did.
You just go to your doctor and be like, I'm going here, and they'll recommend this is what you need.
I'm a motherfucking traveling ass baller ass motherfucker, bro. I'm about to pull up in your country with absolutely nothing in my guts. But what I came with,
not enjoy my time.
No, it was just the last day. I don't know because my cousin got a little sick too. It might have been the ice, maybe at the resort. But here's the thing: the resort was like, we're like, oh, we're gonna go eat at this restaurant here at the resort. We got there and they were like, you didn't make a reservation. I was like, how am I supposed to make a reservation? And they're like, it's on the app. And I was like, there's an app. Oh, God. And I get back to the room and I'm like trying to figure it out. We finally figure out how to make reservations, and all the reservations for the weekend are almost taken up. They let us eat at one of the fancy places because it wasn't busy when we came through. But they didn't tell us any of this. The travel advisor didn't. And there's a little card you got to fill out to get to the Dominican Republic that if you don't fill it out right, you can't get on the plane.
Yeah. Damn.
We were the travel agent didn't say anything about this shit. We're in Philly filling this bitch out as the plane was loading on.
That's what happened when we went to Cabo. And the worst part is they tell you this on the plane over a terrible PA system where they're just like, so we're going to pass this card around. And
that's how they did in Cuba.
Make sure you go. And if you don't, then jail.
What was that last part? So we're trying to. It was an app, and the lady was like, so we did it in Indy, and it wasn't working super well. And the lady was like, just take a picture of my screen. And there's a big QR code on the screen, so I took a picture of it. I show the lady in Philly, and she's like, no, I need to be able to see your name, not the QR code. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? She's like, is that your name? But it's a shitty screen, so you can't see if that. And she's like, you guys don't have to fill it out again. So we're rushing to fill it out.
Oh, God. And
my cousin's never left the country before. I was super mad. He's gonna go off on the fucking lady at the front, an American who's basically put on a no-fly list. I was like, bro, be cool. Be cool. They closed the door and it was like, look, that's it. We're loading the plane. I was like, fuck.
Damn.
Good. It's done. And then there was this first class family that was there too, and it was like they got to get on still. So it was like, okay, you guys can go. And it was like, oh, you can go too. I was like, oh my God, just barely. But Dominican was tight. Music was great. The food was good. A lot of dancing. It's crazy because so many people there look like us. Just look like West Side niggas. I was like, I went to high school with that dude. I know I did. Bro, fitted cap, fucking all of it. I was like, this is... And they start speaking Spanish.
You say, oh, yeah, vato. You're just like, oh.
And I got, mira.
All right, there it is.
And then the music hits, and it's like... We went to a club. It was a casino inside of a club outside of the resort.
Okay.
And they were also... selling ass like it was going out of style because apparently it's legal there. Motherfuckers just like, hey, chicas. She's like, no.
That makes sense.
No. It was like, I was like, I'm not doing no bathroom coke with your fucking ass. Absolutely not, sir. No, thank you. But we get to the club, and the club is just because my cousin had met himself a nice lady, and he had to talk to her via texting because, he don't speak no English or Spanish, and she don't speak no English. So we at the club, and all the music is just dance music, it's salsa music or people are doing bachatas and merengues and shit. Me and my cousin don't know any of the songs. They hit a couple of them Afrobeat songs. I was like, yeah, we're turning up a little bit. And then this is wild because we're at a club full of black folks. They play Niggas in Paris. And me and my cousin going, fucking damn. Nobody else.
Really?
Crickets. Everybody's just like.
They play that shit for y'all.
Right?
Yeah, they must have been like, there's two Americans.
Right? They play some Pop Smoke. We over there.
Let's make them feel at home.
Right, motherfuckers are just
that's what DJs do when fucking Indians are in the crowd. It's always the one song.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys know the one. You guys know that one song, but thank you. It is nice. Thank you.
It's just, I just want you to imagine a club full of black folks, Niggas in Paris come on, and no one's moving. It was like an episode of Atlanta, dog. Because I was like
they're offended. They're like, but what the fuck is this shit? What is he doing?
Right, we were turned up, and then they hit the motherfuckers started
they're like, hey, he's got that.
This is wild. It's so wild.
The DJ was looking at y'all trying to figure out. He was like, there's something about them too. That they don't feel like they're from here.
I asked this dude who spoke English. I was like, hey, how much is that bottle? And he was like, what? I was like, how much did the bottle cost? And he was like, oh. He was like, damn, you speak good English. And I was like, I'm from America, bro. And he was like, "Oh shit, okay." And I was like, "This is fucking me up, dog." Like,
he's been around so much non-English that he had no idea.
He's like, "Damn, bro, your English real good." And I was like, "From Indiana."
Like, where is that? What is that?
Right? He's like, "What island is that?" But no, it was a great trip, and we had a lot of fun. So that's where I had been, and then I had food poisoning. So
and was it just trip for fun, or did you guys go for it?
Man, so I was my fucking cousin, dog. I'm always getting him stupid gifts. He's got a lot of guns, so I'll get him like an ice maker that makes bullets.
That's sick.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not buying you another gun. I'll just buy you gun related stuff.
Yeah.
I got him an auto loader from Kiev.
Nice.
So anyway, I was like, "Yo, what do you want?" I was gonna give him a Sega because I stole his old Sega and lost it, and he wasn't gonna play it, but he put it on the shelf or something. He was like, "I'm trying to go somewhere." I was like, "What you trying to do?" He was, "I'm trying to go on a trip." And I was like, "Where the fuck you trying to go?" And he's like, "Puerto Rico." And I was like, "Man, let's at least go out of the country." He's like, "Dominican Republic." And I was like, "I'll go to Dominican Republic." I thought we was just talking shit, and I talked my ass into a fucking cousin's trip. So it was our first one. He never been out of the country. Cool. It was fun. Super enjoyed it. We had a really good time together. There's a lot of beautiful people out in the Dominican Republic. The music's really cool. They did a Michael Jackson show.
Of course, why not?
Which was really cool. Also, 94% humidity. I don't know if you guys have ever felt it.
Ooh, that sounds
You're just
awful.
swimming through the air.
We were sitting down talking, and it just came on, and I was like,
tired.
I'm gonna go get a water, man. I got up and was like, am I wet? Like, oh, like
everything on my
just
creases
overtook me. I was like, oh my god, fuck, are we okay?
That's hilarious.
And homie's on stage dressed as Michael Jackson dancing, and I'm like, how? Built
without
different.
passing out.
No, I don't think I could ever get used to that. Oh, was there a lot of like bugs or mosquitoes or anything like?
No, a lot of iguanas, a lot of
That'd be sick.
Oh, there were a lot of cats there.
To combat the iguanas.
Just stray cats?
Yeah, just like stray cats, like at the resort. Like we were eating, and the stray cats would pull up and be like, "Bro, what you got over here?" One was at my door. I was like, "How you know I got cats, man? Get out of here!" Their birds were flying in, like grabbing people's French fries and shit. I saw a dude hit a bird. The bird was like, "Okay, I'll be back." Say, "And?" Not a lot of bugs. It was super fun, man. I think if you guys get the chance, DR's pretty close. I would say do the resort for one day, but then go to like Santo Domingo. Like go somewhere else. Toplessness is like okay. Like there wasn't any topless people. There was a bunch of people with like mesh shirts on. It was like everyone can see.
I was gonna say like the heat and the high
and a
humidity,
lot of thongs.
The heat and the high humidity would make you want to wear less clothes. Do you think the weather influences
Yes.
the sexuality and the culture there maybe?
That is
Probably.
a good question. I think because I've been to Cuba and Cuba didn't really feel like that. I haven't been to each island has its own flavor. Dominican Republic felt very horny. Like even like they were doing a show. They were like hottest woman contest show like at the pool. I put it on my Instagram and I was like, there are children here at this pool. Ladies were in thongs like being like, yeah, I could do this position. I got this over here. I got one of these. And I was like, ma'am, you are 40 and from Spain, and she's like 30 and from Brazil. Like, y'all are just out here wilding. I'm not complaining. I'm not shaming or nothing. That's just how they roll over there. I was like, all right.
I think I need to call one of my cousins.
Yep, don't get out there, bro.
Might need to take some PTO, dude.
People gonna be speaking Spanish to you, too. You light skin. They're gonna be like, hey.
Like, hey, Bato.
I'm like, nah, not at all.
Okay, Google. Translate.
Oh, man. So, with that being said, we're on to the actual... Now that we're fully caught up, I have to go to my notes.
Yeah, did you? I mean, you were watching. How did we do?
Last time, how'd the last podcast go? When you
there
weren't
was
here?
one podcast where the dogs were down here for the first 10 minutes, and I was stressing. I was like, "What is?"
It was that one. It was when Chris
it was
wasn't
chaos, dude. It
Chris
was,
wasn't here. It was fucking madness.
The only thing I caught
hadn't
was
taken my medication, so my ADHD. I'm like trying to talk, but there's like 3 dogs over here. It was.
I tried to watch, and the only thing I caught was like, okay, and we're watching Storks, and I was like, what the fuck? What? I think I literally got directly on and was like, Storks? What?
Oh my god, you should be so glad you watched it.
Don't worry, I think I see the failings of my ways. We're gonna do comedies all next month. What's next month?
Storks was
August
really
Storks was
good.
fucking hilarious.
I think Storks is up there with bottoms for me, honestly.
I want to give you guys
So
commendations for that. Maybe because I'm in a bad mood, it didn't hit for me. But I was like, oh, it was just.
You didn't like it?
No, it
Oh.
wasn't. Good for anyway, we'll talk about Storks later. But so Pat's gone. But we've been doing the Patchelor, and since your boy was sick and down bad, everybody kind of took over, and I really appreciate that. But the Patchelor is coming to an end. He's going to be picking. He got stood up. It was wild, but we've been seeing Pat do a lot of dating.
Which it's shocking to me because I know a lot of you guys, just like me, were like, what the fuck is Pat's day-to-day? Like, how does this person get around on average by themselves? How would they approach
I just picture him in a gym always.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. There's never...
He's at a gym or he's hanging out with us.
Yeah. Or he's feeding his dog. I don't know where, but he's always feeding his dog.
He's walking his dog at the gym or here.
So it turns out he has an ulterior life where he also goes on dates and is charming.
Yeah, he's actually charming.
We found to be surprising. Like at the first date, I was like, huh, Pat's got game.
Yeah.
And then as the date went on, I was like, Pat is wildly charming.
He's a different dude.
Where is this at when he's with us?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's hiding his true self from these
I'd be
first
sitting
dates.
upstairs.
That's what.
Pat will walk in, kick the door in.
I figured that a long time ago, bro.
And just say the wildest shit ever. And it's like, what is that, Pat? What?
Yeah.
That's how you enter a room?
That's your icebreaker for the day?
Right? Fuck, my eyes are barely open, bro.
He's a contrarian, dude. Yeah, he'll wake you up with just like, what the fuck
Right,
did you just
what is
say?
this topic?
Sometimes
What
my
did
brain
you
has to
just
like, it's really
say?
like, Pat will say something and my brain will like,
Reboot.
just like run it back a couple of times, like
Yeah.
filtering.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's what he said. It's
I
like, well,
must have
okay,
heard that
run
right.
back for context. Is that what he meant? No, that's what he meant. All right, run back for like funny. Is he being funny? I don't know if he's being funny. Like, run back and it's like Pat will say something. I'm just be on.
My shit will just shut down and be like, do you want to reboot in safe mode?
Right?
Like, I think so.
Turn back on in safe mode. I'm not.
Send error report.
Right? To whom? I don't care. Send it off.
Or just send it out.
I gotta go do a firmware update on my shit, but yeah, that man's dating, man. It's good to see. I'm happy, and I brought that up, and me and Spidey both brought that up to look over at you and say, so the Mixtular,
The Mixtular.
the Michelob Ultra.
You into it?
I don't know. I might beat you there. You know,
Oh.
I also have a dating life. I be going on dates. And
You see,
stuff.
in my mind, it's you're here, you're with Chester, and you're working on a video.
Right?
Yeah, I mean that is accurate, but you know, I've been making time for dating. You know, I've got a date this Sunday. So,
Nice, okay.
What are you guys gonna do?
I don't know yet.
Is the date is it up to you to plan the date?
I get So a weird thing happened, but let's talk about this date first, and then I'll talk about a different date.
A different date.
But yeah,
Listen, people typically tell their friends when they're dating so that we can be excited for you.
Yeah.
We're trying to send you positive energy.
you know,
This is the first time I've heard anything about your dates.
through
right now on this
therapy, I'm learning a lot about myself, and I don't share a lot of things
Yeah,
about
no
my
shit.
life. Yeah, which is, you know, I'm working on it. But like there's revelations I'm coming to where I'm like, oh, that's why I'm like this. You know?
Okay.
So-
Well, one, I'm very happy that you're making moves. Two, if I want to, Mickey had a date at the Brown House once that we won't mention
that was
because the couch was defiled.
not a
And then I saw you out with a girl with purple hair once,
per
but
se.
me and Marquetta were also so drunk we peed outside next to each other that night.
Yeah,
Alright.
no, she was cool. I think we ended up being more just like friends.
No,
yeah.
okay.
She,
so-
she moved to Seattle.
Tell us about this date.
No, I mean, I'm just on Hinge. I think Hinge works
No, you said something weird
the
happened.
best for me. Oh, the other day. Okay, so yeah, this date on Sunday, I don't know. I don't know yet. We're still talking. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. She's a
Ice cream.
She's a bartender.
Ooh, downtown?
But she's yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. But she's on a little sobriety break, so I think
Yeah,
we're
so
just
don't
gonna.
take her to a bar. Go to
Yeah, no,
some
we're,
bar, go
yeah,
bowling or
we're
something.
not doing that.
If you get her ice cream, she'll synonymize sweetness with
But the other day, let's talk
Yeah.
about this other day, okay? I was talking to this girl. She's
Mhm.
cute.
Yeah.
We kind of hit it off,
you. Okay.
and she actually asked me out,
Ooh.
and then she bought me a drink.
Ooh.
I was courted
Yeah.
for the first time in my life, and I
Look
was like,
at you,
this,
Mr. Corduroy.
I was like, this feels very nice. So so we met up in Fountain Square at that. It's the bar next to the Thunderbird. It's like the inside outside bar. You know what I'm talking about?
Inside, outside bar?
It's got like
Next to
it's like an
Thunderbird.
inside bar, but then you can
Oh,
open it up.
Brass rail. Or the brass ring.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes. We met there. So she doesn't drink, and I didn't know that. So I
Yeah.
was like, I'm just like, I mean, she had like a virgin drink. So
You
like,
over here pounding Aperol spritzes like
no,
a basic
no,
bitch?
no.
savage.
It was I only had one drink because I was
Okay.
like, I need to keep it cool, right? But anyway, it was a good date.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good date. We kind of clicked, and we agreed to go on a second date, and then we've been talking back and forth. But now it's like nothing. Like it's just
Yeah.
like it's fizzled out, and I can't. I'm like I'm not really sure.
How long
What
has it been since
happened?
the first date?
It's been like I don't know, maybe like a couple weeks.
Did you plan a new date in between the time?
Yes, we
Did
did.
you guys go on another date?
We did not. Like she's busy, I'm busy, but we were like, I mean, because you know, I felt like there was a vibe there, but now it's like the communication is like halted, and I'm like, it kind of confused me a little bit. I was like,
You should maybe ask, because it might be that she's got something going on in her life where she's too busy or something like that. But just being like, hey, like, you know.
That's the worst thing about dating in your 30s is like, it's you know, it's hard, dude.
That's solid though, but also like if you guys only end up meeting up once a month and you also just plan a date for like that one day out of the month kind of thing, pussy shall be throbbing.
Damn, is once a month enough? I don't know that I could do that.
It's not, but also if you're just like dating, you guys are very busy. She could also be dating other people. You guys have a dating life.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I'm not like trying to like, you know, I am dating with intention because I'm getting fucking old. So like, you know, it's kind of time to make that move. But I'm also not trying to like jump into anything. So like that's kind of the chill part about it, is like, you know, we just kind of talk about that on the first date. First dates are very different now than they were, you know, maybe 10 years ago, because now even on the first date we like there's somewhat important questions being asked, just to be like, you know, where are you?
Just gotta figure out. Look, I just gotta know,
where are you in life? What's your dating goals? What do you, you know, like somewhat serious questions. So no, it was a good date. I think we're still talking, but it was I don't know. I think this is also my anxiety. Like when conversations tend to fizzle out, I get into this mode of like, oh God, I must have done something wrong, or like I you know, like it. That's my internal anxiety.
I think sometimes, you know, it's just not meant to be. And I mean, I know you can't really talk down anxiety. I was having really bad anxiety before this fucking trip. I was like, I'm just gonna fucking do it. Obviously, you just kind of gotta do it. But it was great. But I think you gotta like, I don't know, you gotta try to see your way through it.
Anxiety is a weird thing, man. It's like having like an internal bully, but it's like yourself.
It's like, hey,
just like, no one knows you better.
Talk nicer to me.
At home, we'll do no negative self-talk. We work on that at home.
That's good. I mean, being intentional about that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, if this date doesn't work out, then perhaps we will do a little dating thing for me as well.
Nice.
It'll be called the Matchelor.
The Matchelor. Oh, match with Mickey. Get picky with Mickey. Who wants to get sticky with Mickey? Obviously, we got that one.
Just no slipping a Mickey type. You know, like that's you know
that terminology is moving out of the current vernacular. There's probably a lot of Gen Zs who don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
My name back. My name is associated with the best thing in the world and the worst thing in the world.
Mickey Mouse is the best thing in the world.
I mean, it's up there. You know, there's Disney adults, so it's like Disneyland or date R word, you know, like
There's some roofing. All right.
Shit. All right. Well, that's good to hear, man. I'm happy for you. I didn't know. Look, we're learning about stuff and things.
You know, maybe I need to ask more questions.
Right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, we got some other topics. Just want to ask this one real quick, and I don't want to get off on a super huge. Oh, this says Mickey's rant, but Mickey forgot what he wanted to rant about. So I'm going to ask this question: since the Supreme Court has ruled it totally legal to kill your fucking opposition, if you guys had the president's power, who you often? Who you often and how often?
Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace, damn.
Off top, I don't even know if she still. I don't know if she still does.
She was like Ann Coulter, but somehow more palatable.
You remember?
Yeah,
bro. Nancy Grace used to be on the news, and she'd come on like, you know what? It's the Jews and the blacks. And it's like, the fuck is she talking about?
Okay, then yeah.
All right, so we got an on-screen assassination.
Man. You know, I would actually off
Trump
Yeah. Okay.
I would. First of all, we're getting rid of steak and kick. They're
just gone.
They're gone.
Yeah, we're
just go away, and everything that it stands for. Ooh, Aiden Ross might be losing his deal soon. Which is fucking hilarious. He gets paid $100 million. Good, you're not missing anything. Yeah. He gets paid $100 million to stream badly, you know, and he can't even do that. But yeah, I'm getting rid of.
He's like a barnacle for Andrew Tate.
I'm getting rid of
not a barnacle
institutions. And that's
all right.
I think I would assassinate institutions.
So twofold. One, I'm going to use the army to fix all the McDonald's ice cream machines.
Hell yeah,
in America,
bro.
In America, the army the Marines are showing up with the Army Engineering Corps group, and they're gonna fix the ice cream machines while the fucking Marines stand and watch guard out front.
And also, I am making it a criminal act when sometimes I go to White Castle and I order mozzarella sticks, and they don't give you the marinara sauce, even though that's a combo jumbo, like it's a given. You don't. What I just want dry mozzarella
Right.
sticks.
Why
dude.
wouldn't I get?
Like the sauce is a given. Sometimes I get chicken nuggets and they don't give you the sauce. The sauce is a given.
Ooh.
I'd like to
Sauce is a
if you
given.
if
Okay.
you forget the marinara sauce or if you forget
the
the
gallows?
sauce, it's straight to jail.
Dead.
Straight to jail.
Yeah.
Straight to jail.
I'd also
dude.
like to
I'm making
implement
that a
some sort of,
jailable
like-
offense,
like a refund if you get a mozzarella stick with no mozzarella in it.
Yeah.
bro.
Or
a fried
just,
cold
just
thing?
a
Yeah,
hollow fried
Ooh.
what
Right. If I wanted
batter.
fried bread, I just fucking.
Off with your fucking head.
I'm also gonna make it just the second you become a billionaire, a drone comes for you. And the second you're not a billionaire, the
Now
drone
you're on the
stops.
run.
That's it. Like
So you're at 999 million, like as
That-
as
it's
nine
fine.
as
Keep
you
it
can
down.
be, as nine as you can be.
that is fine.
Nines
That
across
is
the
fine.
board,
The drones are
baby.
just sitting and waiting. I launched them from the White House myself. A buzzer goes off and says there's another billionaire in the country, and I say, all right,
Get
sending
'em.
the drone out. And if you manage to spend that dollar, if you manage to get under $1 billion,
They'll
the
turn
drone
around.
will come back. The drone knows it's autonomous, but I'm just gonna be like, that's it.
I'm
They'll just
also
turn
You can donate all your money if you want to. You could all your extra 999 million. Cool. $1 over, drone comes for you. You better spend that extra billion on fucking healthcare. You better fix these student loans or something. You live in the country. The drone coming for you.
I'm also making every car with like a death switch. Like,
Yeah.
Not to like kill people, but like for
That's what it's
terrible. That's what it sounded like. But for terrible drivers, like anybody that like tailgates, your car just dies. Like the engine dies. You don't have a car
Who
anymore.
controls the
For
the
anybody
switch?
that gets into the passing lane to drive at normal or below speed,
Yeah,
fuck
you
your
gotta
car,
go.
dude. You're like, or I'll make the car just swerve, and so you just like hit the wall. At a,
Mickey?
I don't want to hurt anybody, so at a moderate speed. you're just-
Let me help you.
the point is to total the car, not to hurt people.
We're gonna implement more drones because America's got a bunch of them. We
Yes.
like our drones.
And we're
Dude,
gonna-
when
I'm
your
gonna
car does that,
monitor
the
traffic.
drone just picks your car up and puts it in the grass.
There you go.
Just
There you go.
just
Literally,
listen
you have
in.
nowhere to be.
No. There needs to be a consequence. Then it takes the engine and it's just gone. Like
Just that's it.
Yeah.
Now
and
you gotta
then
buy a
you
new
have to
engine.
deal with it. Like I'm fixing a lot of things.
Yeah,
I'm
You
gonna
are.
force people to be good.
I'm gonna invent.
It's the issue.
I don't know if you guys have seen this. There's been this funny thing. So there's been like people who've used AI to be like, hey, I'm trying to solve like the traffic problem, and AI's like trains. And there's these billionaire dudes who are like, we made these travel pods, and like you can fit 20 people in a pod, and it goes this fast, and it's on rails. And it's like, okay, that's a train,
train. They're
but
reinventing the
worse.
train.
In fact, who wants to get inside of a travel pod? Just get in a regular train that can carry like hundreds of people instead of 20, and fucking train. Like,
Yeah.
I would just be like, all right, my new executive order is just trains. I'm just trains. If your city has
Really
buses, we're putting trains there. No, we're gonna keep the buses, but we're also putting trains there.
Electric
like, I
buses
just,
are
Yeah.
slapping.
well, just electric buses. I
Dude.
just trains. Like, what if
Chicago,
What if
man. Chicago.
trains?
Yeah.
Chicago
changed me.
Chicago's a good example.
Right? My cousin, he's like, he loves driving and shit. He's like, yeah. He's like, I drove to New York, and he's like, I just drove. I was like, what are you driving in New York for? And he's
That's
like,
stupid.
he's like, I'm trying to get around. I was like, they got a subway. He's like, on a subway with people? And I'm like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are like the person who like, I get it. That's you. I was like, for me, if I don't have to drive, he's like, but what about? It's like, what about what? He's like, what about freedom? And I'm like, my freedom is not having a car. You know how drunk I can be all fucking day?
All the time.
Dog, you know how high I can be? You know how absolutely irresponsible I can be if I don't have to drive?
No worries about a car.
Another thing.
I'm everybody else's problem today.
Another thing that I'm canceling is tipping. No more tipping. Servers
Just
are
pay
gonna
wages.
the servers are gonna make a livable wage. Like, why the fuck do I have
You
to?
want to know where that money's going to come from?
Huh?
From the billionaire drone bots.
Yeah,
See, those billionaires don't pay the money
the
to make sure that, yeah.
corporations- the corporations are gonna start paying their. You know what really pisses me off?
What really grinds your motherfucking
grinds your
gears?
gears?
When I go to Starbucks, and now when I pay, they're like, it's gonna ask you a quick question first. Like, all,
No, I gotta
all
donate
cheeky-
to kids?
No, not to donate. It's a tipping screen. And here's what they do, because I always go to the drive-thru, and they're like, it's gonna ask you a quick question first. Like, they look away because
Yeah,
like the
'cause they
employees
know.
don't want to have to ask you.
Right?
Like, they know how fucked up this is. We both know how fucked up this is, and it's like, would you like to tip for
what?
For what?
It's a job.
You work at a coffee shop. You make coffee. You made me a coffee. What was extra done that I have to fucking tip you? What is the tip for? What are you asking me for? What?
I went out last night and paid $25 to get in, and the screen was like, "Would you like to leave a tip for
Fuck
fucking
you.
for getting through the door?"
Fuck
And you know
you,
what? I'm
dude.
kind of because when I see the tip thing, I'm just always like, "All right, blah blah." Like I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah. Excuse me.
My
Like,
tip. Who did this?
pardon.
For
What's
what?
the
For me
plan?
getting here?
Pardon.
Did
me.
someone park my car?
And I also don't donate through corporations anymore. Like, my fucking light bill is always like, would you like to round up your bill for blah, blah? No, because I know it's not going to where you say it's going.
Yeah,
I
no.
know it's going straight. No, you cannot have my extra 27 cents, dude. But the tipping thing at Starbucks, for what? What is the extra thing being done? You're making coffee. You're a barista. You
Barista.
You volunteered to work at this institution to make coffees. What am I fucking
Well, Starbucks
tipping
is like,
you for,
we're not
dude?
paying them, so you have to do
And
it.
they don't even
Exactly.
make it
like,
fancy
enough
looking.
is enough. Tipping culture is fucking bullshit, dude. We can't afford to do that anymore. Like, life is hard now. Like, it's not okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Anyways, that grinds my gears. The weather's been crazy, huh?
So we're gonna talk about the boys, all right? Because Mickey hasn't been watching, and me and Spidey have
I mean,
been.
what you told me today,
You know how the boys is very typically
And
unsubtle. It
feel
has
free
gotten
to
more
just
unsubtler.
You don't have to spoiler. You know.
Okay.
You can just speak freely. 'Cause it's gonna be a
shit's
while till I
happening.
get there.
This season is really
On the nose.
no. I mean, they're all on the nose.
It
It's
is.
just it feels like they've upped the nasty factor.
Yeah, some gross shit happening. We got some kinks to shame.
Yeah.
Got weird.
What is the name of the kink for sitting on pies and cakes?
I forget. But
I had
that
a
is
friend
just
who used to do it.
Yeah, it's a thing.
What?
Um,
Like sexual?
So
Yeah, you sit on a cake and someone usually watches and pops one off.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, someone basically requests for one of our people who is undercover in a full costume, so they don't know who it is. Asks him to basically come to the sex dungeon to sit on a cake at first,
It's just called cake sitting. That's boring.
while he lays into a chain around his neck to kind of
Get a little autoerotic going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little David Carradine,
Yeah.
Okay.
This
So yeah, cake sitting. He likes to. He has a fetish for having sex in other holes.
Is this Homelander?
No. This specific character.
What you gonna tell him? It's Tech Night. He
Yeah,
doesn't
Tech
know
Night.
fucking Tech Night.
Yeah, and
He
trying
wants to
fuck
do this guy's spider hole.
Wait, Tech 9?
Tech
Tech
Night.
Night.
Oh, Tech Night?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the dude who like can tell all of your little twitches. He's got heightened senses to see when you're lying and shit. He's like, your
Okay.
heart's beating a little fast. You sweating a little agitated? What's going on?
All right.
So he's like a weirder Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes meets
Sherlock,
Batman
yeah.
because he has a tech cave.
I think in this episode they actually called him Sherlock Holmes on meth.
Yeah. So he wants to do this guy in a spider hole.
His spider hole happens to be like above his butthole, maybe like third limbar. We're talking middle of the
Yeah.
bottom back.
Okay.
Pretty high up there.
Like how big to a human proportion?
It's about a butthole.
yeah.
Okay.
Nah, it was a little wider than that. I thought.
Like
Big as
we're
your
going,
butthole, dude.
Like
What?
That's not
half
very-
dollar? Half dollar?
Like $50.
Half
Okay,
dollar.
yeah, no, you're right. You're
Half
right,
dollar.
yeah.
Yeah, you can get it in there. So it was gross and it was weird and we
Till the
were all
webs come
very
out.
uncomfortable and it just kept getting more and more uncomfortable.
Okay.
What else? There was
Ashley.
Ashley. Yeah, she wiped cum on his face, but it was hers and it was like a goop. It looked like she reached into a jar and was like.
Ashley's cum?
Ashley is also in on this because her and Tech Knight have.
He
some
doesn't
sort
remember
of
who
a
Ashley is. Look at his face.
Oh yeah, Ashley's like
She's the CEO of Vault.
No,
Yeah,
no,
she
no.
runs
I remember
marketing.
you, but,
Oh,
you
yeah.
but you said she rubs her own cum.
Yeah,
on?
Yeah.
she's basically like gets into finger banging herself
Yeah,
while tickling
Huey's feet.
Huey's feet while he's strapped up.
She doesn't
And
know it's Huey,
It's
though.
basically a gimp suit, but
I
he's
thought
in that Huey's.
I thought they were enemies. Like, what's going? Are we,
She
are
didn't
we,
know it was Huey.
She
are we
doesn't know
just
it's
circle jerking this
Kinda.
season?
She didn't know it was Huey.
Oh, yeah,
He had a
she-
mask
yeah,
on.
she doesn't know it's Huey. She thinks Huey is Web Weaver, who is the
He's like Spider-Man, but on drugs.
Web Weaver.
yeah, he's like Spider-Man, but the web's in his butt. Low key, just swinging, just full ragdoll.
Oh, my-
Wait, like for real?
Probably they didn't show it, but
Oh.
I mean, to be imagined.
I mean, come on, they need to show that.
So,
Show don't tell.
yeah, man, it's just this season. It's been gross. The political stuff has been good. They're doing the thing where like they're saying shit that politicians have already said, and
Yeah.
instead, and like you're supposed to be like, oh my god, that's so outrageous, and it's like, no, they actually already said that.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know if reality caught up to the boys. But it kind of feels slightly, just a
Again,
little bit, like
yeah.
reality is kind of caught up to the
They're
boys,
hitting
I
on
mean,
things from this year.
It's yeah.
right? Straight up, like they're
Yeah.
saying shit and being like, "Isn't that crazy?"
Right? Wouldn't that be weird?
Isn't it? And it's like, yo, fuck.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
And someone else now has breast milk for Homelander. So
yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know that's his jam.
Oh. Okay.
that is his jam.
Okay.
Maybe it's jelly.
He found some new mommy milkers.
Yeah, well, she's not a mom though. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of medicine you can take apparently that'll give you milky boobs.
Yeah, she did it on purpose.
All right. Okay.
See,
Yeah,
you see, that's exactly it. Now,
Okay.
all of that and a couple of exploding faces, and you got yourself a whole entire The Boys.
You
And
got,
you've
you
got,
got
some
yourself
wild,
a season.
Flying sheep.
You got
Sheep,
yourself-
flying sheep.
Oh, I heard they kind of sort of went into the Starlight controversy about her like whether she's had surgery or not.
I don't
was
think
there-
they really talked
No,
about it.
they didn't talk about it in the show,
Was
no.
there any of that?
It's just everyone else
Oh.
looking at her like, why do you look like Yzma from Emperor's New Groove?
yeah. Yeah, I remember that was like a controversy last season. Or
Would you guys
whatever.
ever get plastic surgery?
No.
I don't.
I don't know. I have a weird thing where I think my actual like attraction is no surgery on people.
Yeah, it never looks.
Like I'm not big
Good.
on fake breasts. Like me and Brie have had this conversation and stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
it's weird. I don't know.
I'm not, but I mean, I don't know. We're about to have a baby. If Marquez is like, I want to get new boobs. I'm like,
See,
I
and
guess
also
if
I'm
it's
not
what you
gonna
want,
be
go for
like,
it.
no, don't do it. I'm just
Right?
like,
Yeah,
nah, it's
but
just
yeah,
not my.
if
That
it-
wouldn't
if
be
it-
my choice.
I would get.
There's surgeries that like make sense, but like if you're like a lot of women get like tummy tucks after
Yeah.
after
Oh yeah,
pregnancy.
she was like, if I got the extra skin, I was like, yeah, girl, you know, we
Yeah,
can
like
do
that-
that,
like
or we can
that's
flap it around. I don't give a
fine.
shit.
But okay, so I think my problem is like so with the whole Starlight thing, I don't know whether she has or hasn't, and I don't care either way.
Me neither.
It's
Yeah.
her body, but it feels like she has, and she's just like I haven't, and it's all natural.
It's
so
weird
Yeah.
when people lie about it.
that's what I think. That's what the controversy
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody cares, but the fact that she's like, no, I didn't do that, because like you're an influencer
Mhm.
and you have a following, and girls are looking up to you, and at that point, I think you have a responsibility to just be honest about it, because I don't think people care.
What
no
if,
one,
what
no
if she
one
didn't?
cares,
That's just-
but when you start saying nope, that's when people are like, all right,
Because
come
like
on,
it is your business, but it's also your face, and it's out in the world. So it's like you're either just lying to me, or maybe, but who knows? Maybe,
I mean, she
maybe.
could have just not gotten any surgery and been on Ozempic, because even like
Yeah.
MM looks different.
But yeah, but they
It's
said
true.
he had to
It's
like
true.
find a way to lose weight because he had like a medical
he did.
condition.
That's true.
I just think it sends a wrong message to like some people, because it's like if you're looking at a celebrity that you already think is like, I don't know, like classically beautiful, or like like if they're already attractive and they felt the need to alter themselves further,
Then
I-
what chances do you stand?
yeah, like it makes people feel really bad. And we were talking about beauty filters in the latest After Dork video a little bit.
Mhm.
I decided to dig into it, and there's been studies shown like that beauty filters are like horrible,
Detrimental to your mentality.
horrible
Yeah.
for kids and women, like, or anybody that really uses them, like anybody that uses them like non-ironically, like they did a study where kids are to the point where they feel embarrassed to post a picture that doesn't have a filter on it.
Bro, I'm about to literally release a little girl. I'm terrified.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's I just and the thing is the filters look so bad.
But
like
that's beyond the point, though.
It looks so obvious, and it's just like, what are you doing? Like
You've seen the Hunger Games, right?
It's so I just
And you know how the people in the Capitol look ridiculous to us, but for them, it's like the end. Like
That's
it's it's not even about what looks real or what looks good. It's like once everyone's doing it, like.
yeah.
And listen, imagine that you're a teenager and your parents are like, "Hey, don't be using Bilty filters; it's gonna fuck you up." You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's, I don't know. Like what? You're gonna not give your kid a phone? Like what the fuck is? I don't know. Move to the fucking rainforest?
I think
what are
I'm-
we supposed to do?
If I
I
have
love that.
kids, like if I have a girl, like I think I'm gonna like I don't know if a guy would be appropriate to have that conversation, but I would be like, did the beauty filters like this isn't don't
No, you have you not seen these
you
young
don't-
men out here
you-
looks maxing? You
you
better
don't
have that
need to-
conversation with them.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. You don't need to like do like it makes you look worse. It makes you look fake. Like
know what's funny?
It's not genuine, and it's beauty filters are out of control, dude. Like do
you think that conversation
to people's mental health?
With that conversation that worked on you, if your parents are like, "Don't do this," like it makes you look bad. You don't need it, and you're beautiful as you are.
And I often think about that, but like I think my approach would be to tell like an anecdote from my life to be like, look, I know you're going to resist this, but let me just give you some personal experience. Like, I get it. I'm the lame adult right now not telling you not to do something. I get it. Like, I'm never going to be like, you can't do that. I think I'm going to give my advice in a way of like, this is why you shouldn't, but you're free to make your decision.
And I feel like that for how like I was raised, I had some options like that, but not a lot. But like when it comes to like this is on your own personal device, like I can clamp down. I can give you a flip phone if you want, but like I don't know, like then what? Like I don't. You probably like kids are bullying each other over if their texts are lime green or not. Like you give a kid a flip phone, and you've probably just been like Stone Aging their ass. Like, why do you think I'm getting beat up at school, Mom? Why do you think I'm selling drugs? Like, so I can buy a phone because you won't give me one, and so I have to take that phone to school. And it's like I don't know what are you supposed to do.
The thing is that they're just like kids are getting exposed to things that they shouldn't be from like a way younger age than they should be. You know,
Absolutely.
That's the scary part of it. So I guess you just have to feel it out and be like, look, this is the type of stuff you might run into. This is my recommendation. You can make your own fucking decision, but like, this is why I wouldn't.
And I'm gonna give you the pros and the cons. Like,
you know,
if you do it my way, it will be harder, and you will get picked on just a little bit. But if you do it your way, you might get a cool new mental illness from looking at yourself. You're gonna get body dysmorphia. Is that what you want, kid?
I think that's the best way to do it. Like, share the information, but still give them the freedom to make the decision, because then it makes them feel empowered, and hopefully they'll listen to you that way. Because you're right. If you just straight up tell a kid like don't do it, they're gonna.
Oh right, I'm gonna go run to do it.
They're going to. Like, I don't care what it is. I'm gonna do it because fuck you. Don't tell me what to do. Like,
my mom told me not to look at the sun, and I was like, why?
Yeah, immediately.
Man.
Oh my god!
I shined a laser pointer into my eye once because the warning label said don't do it.
I feel like one of my worst ones was I was on the roof because why not?
Yeah, kids be on roofs.
My mom comes out. She was just like, "Get down." I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Don't jump." I'm like, "Well,
I'm already doing it."
All right, like so I jumped. Like, fuck kids, bro.
There's a video of this kid, like it's his dad filming from like the couch in the living room, and this kid just sprints, like hops a second story like staircase, like he hops the whole thing, lands on the floor, gets up, and he's like clearly limping, and then dad's like, "You hurt yourself, didn't you?" And he's like. It's the funniest video. You're like,
God,
like I told you not to do that.
I am.
Rib cage is shattered.
I know a lot. I know a lot of dudes out there. A lot of my dude friend dudes aren't about this, but that's why I'm kind of glad I'm having a girl. I was a young man, and let me tell you, I got all these scars and shit, bro. I just would run through stuff. We used to we hung out in abandoned houses for like 4 straight years. It was called the G.I. Joe house. And we would just like, the bitch was full of holes in the floor and rusty nails and tetanus and crackheads. And we just hung out in there.
Dude.
Just breathing asbestos and lead poisoning and radion. And like.
Me and my friends had a clubhouse too, but it was in the woods. We was like, it was a very impromptu thing. Like one day, it was in like an apartment complex, so we're walking around and somebody's throwing out a couch, probably for a good reason, but we're kids and we're like, that looks like a perfectly good couch.
Yeah.
Looks like a perfectly good couch. So we took this couch and we literally carried it into the woods until we found this little opening. We're like, all right, this is our clubhouse now.
Had a couple of those, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck, if my little girl want to do tomboy shit, she can. I just...
Man,
bro, the daughter...
Do you guys want to make like an adult clubhouse, like something? That sounds bad.
We have woods out back.
We should.
Nah,
we should.
man,
Oh
it's
my
gotta
God,
be.
yes.
It's gotta be like cooler.
Treehouse.
Ooh.
Treehouse.
Oh.
Treehouse.
We don't have a
Treehouse.
big enough tree.
Yes,
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Treehouse.
Not in a adequate look. It's in between the properties.
What? No. We got treehouse. We gotta go.
We do not have the trees there.
Treehouse.
Yeah, but we don't have the trees for that.
Mickey.
Treehouse.
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 Why's he doing this?
What is he
Treehouse.
saying? Like,
You don't want a fucking treehouse?
I do, but we don't have the
Treehouse
structural integrity to support such a structure.
You need structure.
All you need is engineering and know-how,
There we go, baby.
which we
Alright.
apparently have a bunch of.
Which actually reminds me, there's a reality show of a professional treehouse maker.
Oh my God,
Do you
yeah.
remember that? Do you remember
Love
that?
that
Dude,
show.
this guy, he would build like, bro.
Actual
Man.
houses and
Like,
trees.
bro.
Treehouse.
Yeah, it was great.
Well,
Storks.
Storks.
Let me read off.
Did
I
you look at
thought-
the cast on that?
I thought
I
it was
did.
his. I didn't actually.
It's fucking
I recognize a
hysterical.
lot of the voices, but I did not.
This
really.
is like for me your running moment. We usually agree on a lot of things, but
Oh, yeah, this is one of my
Really?
favorite movies.
I think you got to watch it in a better mood.
maybe.
I think you got to
Right.
watch it because, like, It's hilarious. I think it's up there for
With
me.
Bottoms.
With Bottoms. Yeah.
Bruh.
Storks is a 2016 American animated buddy slapstick adventure comedy co-produced by Warner Animation Group. I'm not reading all the rest of those names. God, what the fuck? This thing is super long.
Oh my God.
Starring, directed by Nicholas Stoller and Doug Sweetland. Starring Andy Samberg, Katie Crown, Kelsey Grammer, Jennifer Aniston, Ty Burrell, Keegan-Michael Key, Jordan Peele, Danny Trejo, Chris Smith,
Come on.
Stephen Kramer, and Glickman.
My
bad. Stephen Kramer Glickman.
As you were reading that, I just realized slapstick never went away. It's just in animation now.
Animate
It
now.
only works in animation.
That's true.
That's hilarious.
Um,
I thought it was great. Yeah, no, Chris, you start us off.
Yeah, you didn't like it. What's
Yeah,
wrong?
it had like
Because you weren't there when we made the decision.
no. It would. Man, if you guys would have picked it, I'd have been like, oh my god, wow. So there was like this point in time in DreamWorks Animation where they really hit this style, and it was like my least favorite style.
What do you mean?
So it's kind of got this like, I don't know how to explain it, like fucking one eyebrow up, kind of wink, nudge, nod. Like it thinks it's super funny, but for me it's not like
Caricature?
super funny. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Exaggerated caricature kind of thing.
something. There was this style of like, I'm calling it DreamWorks. It's not actually DreamWorks. I just said it was Warner Bros. But this style of animation.
You said Andy Samberg, so this has got to be like the Lonely Island era.
It was 2016 when it came out. It just, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of. I wasn't a fan of the look, and I wasn't a fan of like how things moved. I thought there was some the kid with the dad, like when he was just like, if you blink in a minute, I'll be going up. Like I thought that shit was funny. Like some of the comedy in it, like I legitimately thought was good, but it was just like, I don't know. The general, it felt to me. I don't know.
Birds can't
How
see
many-
glass. Like,
How
yeah,
many
that's what it was
storks
called.
would you give it?
I would give it
5.
out of 5.
How out of 10? Out of 5.
10.
I don't know.
10?
Whatever works.
10's
For you.
easier.
10. Yeah,
Yeah,
10.
10's good.
Okay.
I'd probably give it a 7.
That's
still
not
good.
bad.
I mean, it's like it
You
was just
didn't
it just
hate
felt
it
like
then.
it wasn't like a movie for me. Also, I'm
You
in a
didn't
pretty
hate
bad mood, so maybe I wasn't.
I think you should
Eased up
watch
to
it.
its
I
charms.
think you should wait a few years and you should watch it with
Watch it with the
immediate.
baby. Yeah.
Ooh, good, nice
Sure.
pronunciation. You did it. Yeah, I'll probably do that. But so yeah, I guess you guys tell me what you thought about the movie, and then we'll break down characters.
I thought it was hysterical. I like cried laughing at some parts. It was so fun. So I was explaining to Spidey earlier, like comedy is like a spectrum. You have your dry British humor, you have your crass Judd Apatow kind of stuff. Wherever this movie fell in on that spectrum, it feels like it was calibrated to the things that I find funniest.
Yeah.
Because it was like that unpredictable humor, like with the wolf pack, like
Yeah.
wolf pack shape of.
Yeah, okay,
Like,
that shit was ridiculous. They
it's-
turned it into a submarine.
so,
like I thought all of that stuff was
Yeah.
literally. I was like, some of this
Absurdist.
shit. Yeah, it's absurdist.
Yeah,
It is
that's my
absurdist.
favorite. Absurdist humor is my favorite, and there's a scientific reason for this because we both have ADHD.
Yeah.
So we have really good pattern recognition.
Yeah. If
So,
something's off pattern, it tricks my brain, and that
You
makes me
cannot
laugh.
predict absurdist humor. That's why like ADHD people like typically love absurdist humor like that. But the one line in the movie that killed me above anything, and it's like a throwaway line. It was just like when when Pigeon Tony meets with the guy in the sauna, and then they cut scenes, and he's like, "You're suddenly in a suit." It's just like that. It just killed me for some
It's
reason.
like steam room in the elevator, sweet job. Rah.
I love that kind of humor where it's kind of self-aware of its own production, but because it's an animated movie, it goes a step further because a team of people have to now animate this
Yeah.
joke for months on end. And I think about the production aspect of it too, and that adds to the humor because it's like a team of people somebody came up with this joke, and then a team of people had to sincerely sit there and animate this for like a few months. So yeah, I thought it was hilarious. I think I would definitely watch it again. It was a lot better than I would have given it credit for. Yeah, like it was hilarious.
All right, what about you?
Yeah,
Well,
same. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. And, like,
Okay.
I'll watch it over and over again. There's a random part where like he's holding the baby and they're flying to go drop her off, and no, the ship stopped working, so it's not flying. They're like floating in like the inflatable
Yeah.
version of it, and like he starts bonding with the kid, and he notices it, and he's just like stabs the boat.
Yeah.
He's just like, it's a good place to rest. Let's go. I was like, what? Oh my god.
I don't know what it is about. Yeah, like it's a.
Well, now I feel left out. I'll try to rewatch it when I can.
It's so stupid. It's
No,
so
I think you should do what I say. You should
Just wait. Yeah.
give it some time. Let yourself forget about it, and then because now the jokes are going to be predictable. You won't be able to.
I can still. I mean the shape shifting wolves.
Did you watch it alone? Or did you watch it with Marquetta?
I watched it alone at like midnight last night.
Oh, watch it with
Oh,
Marquetta.
man.
Maybe it'll be.
Yeah.
You know what this podcast could be? It could be like the test kitchen for potential reactions. Because I think you're
fun.
right. Storks should be reacted to.
Yeah, it should.
I
It's
think
so
I really
funny.
think
Like,
so. I think it is
It's one of those
hilarious.
things that makes you think of childhood. Like, wow, why did we even think about that shit? Like,
And
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
And it didn't necessarily have like a big message to it. It was just kind of a goofy kind of movie. I thought at one point it was going to be a commentary on like Amazon, you know, like I thought we were swinging into that
Always
direction,
delivered.
but then they didn't really like there.
It kind of does numbers for people.
on reactions.
There's
Dude, I'm
only two
telling you.
reactions. One's 69,000, the other one's 71.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. It didn't necessarily have like a message to it, which I also
feels good
kind
to
of
watch.
found not refreshing, but it was just like it was just like, you know, it was a goofy movie, just a goofy little movie. I guess family. Or like he's like Orphan Tulip. It's like just Tulip.
Just Tulip. Orphan hurts my feelings.
Orphan hurts my heart.
5 more minutes and then we're done.
I did like Tulip. She was fun. Her like making things and fucking invented an airplane.
All right.
No, it was cool. It was a good ride. I think my concern is that I don't have a lot to say about it.
Yeah.
And which is
And because like it didn't really have anything to say. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's not really a message.
so when Pat was excited that we were doing animated movies, he was going to pick Despicable Me. What are we going to talk about Despicable Me about? That's why I'm worried
It's not
about doing.
being the villain. It's about I don't know.
So I-
Despicable Me 2 is also solid though. El Macho, come on.
Yeah, no, I like Despicable Me 1 and 2.
I mean,
Oh, no, I guess I'm thinking of the Minions movies now. No, the Despicable Me there is, but I'm saying it's like if almost half the podcast is supposed to be about the movie. I don't know I haven't found the way to do this yet. And that's why we're thinking doing comedies next month, which would be like,
then let's.
that would be difficult to do because like you could be like, it's funny, but like how do we, because this was all, the whole point of the podcast was that Pat watched American Psycho and was like, I don't get it. And then we started talking about it.
If there's a movie where there's nothing really to say about it, we could kind of pivot and maybe riff about the movie in terms of like, let's accept the reality that we've been given. What if we were in a world where babies were delivered by storks? It was a completely normal world because apparently no one's fucking.
Well,
like,
no, they said they
you know?
kept saying there's other ways to make babies.
Okay, because I'm like,
He was like, "Where did I come from?" They're like,
humanity is way too chill if the storks are like just no more babies. It's just like, you know, so like, what if you're just living your life and then suddenly baby, like just no, just
no, you got to put the order in. They weren't just giving
you gotta
baby.
put, you got to put the order
Kid
in.
wrote
So
the
I guess
letter.
you are expecting it, but like, you know,
Here it is.
I don't know.
Stork drops off a baby. I'm like, you got the wrong house, my boy.
I feel like people would return them often.
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure.
I kind of feel like women would kind of dig that because then they don't have to go through the fucking like the painful labor.
Oh my
you know,
God,
if you could
yeah.
if you could just have a baby just delivered.
I just recently watched the show with a childbirth in it with Bria, and we were both just like, why the fuck do people have kids? Like, it looks
is
so
a
painful. And
Are
scary,
you guys
bro.
Solid
not doing the kid thing?
Yeah, the talk is there, but it is
trying to imagine Bria just
pregnant.
still doing like
Yeah, I
one-arm
feel
pull-ups.
like she would
Literally,
still
yeah,
be-
she
I
would
think
I
still
feel like this
yeah,
extra
doing
weight's
like a ninja.
really getting
We've
to his
already-
biceps.
American
We've already
Ninja
been
course.
looking at research. Like, no, yeah, she would definitely be in the gym still because it's better for you. You can even. It sounds weird. You can build the baby faster by working out. Still.
I mean that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Right, so like not even full 9 months, you can have a healthy baby at 7.
We've just been
Like,
doing walks, and
Yeah.
Marquette has been doing yoga.
as you should, because that weight hits and it's
you
like
gotta,
they
you
waddle.
gotta do that.
Yeah, she's got the full waddle now.
Got the waddle.
Wah, 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 wah. So, I have a question. All right, we've been doing this movie club podcast for a while.
Mm.
All right, down here, there's like this Venn diagram I need to design, and it's really good movies that are fun to talk about, but sometimes they end up being bummers. And then there's just really fun movies that are like too fun. They're somewhere in the middle.
I think we just need to alternate. We can't have too many bummers in a row, and we can't have too many comedies in a row.
we did a good month and a half of bummers.
We need a bummer.
What? Yeah, which month was that?
We need a bummer and a palate cleanser. Bummer and a palate
we
cleanser.
started.
Bottoms was our only palate.
It doesn't have to be a bummer. It could be a thought provoking.
No, in the
you know?
Shelby month. How was
Bottoms was our only palate cleanser.
Bottoms was Women on the Verge of a.
Yeah, how was that one? I missed that one. That was in Shelby's funny category.
It's good for the whole movie's in Spanish, so there's going to be a little bit of a disconnect in picking up on the comedic timing of things because we don't speak the language.
Yeah,
but I think it's a good one-time watch. I'm going to send you some if you want to watch it. I think the best way to watch it is to learn why the movie is historically important for cinema.
Huh.
Like it's one of those movies because we don't speak the language. Yeah. I think if you go into it knowing a few things about the movie, it'll make your watch more enjoyable.
I take back what I said about Storks. I thought that because I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the movie because I wasn't here, and it was in Shelby's like funny category.
Oh, for
Women on the Verge of a.
Yeah, because we're picking up. Yeah, so I thought you guys watched a funny movie, like a cool, like uplifting, like fun.
No. We watched Women on the.
But that one, it's supposed to be a comedy, and I was like, where's the funny?
Okay,
it's in the language, which we're not picking up on. You know, I think it's like I think it had a vibe of like dry British humor, but in Spanish. Okay. So like, it's good. It's a good movie. But yeah, it's probably
shit. Well, that's on me.
It's probably not what I would voluntarily watch again, but it's one of those. It's a film buff movie where you're like, this is an important movie in cinema. Here's why, and you don't necessarily need to watch it again. You know,
so that's on me.
It's a Citizen Kane situation.
So we did Bottoms, which was good and funny, and there was a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We did Zone of Interest, which my apologies, but I really wanted to watch that movie.
No, I mean it was a good movie. It was a really good movie
that we will all never watch again.
Yeah, I will never forget. There are sounds I can't unhear anymore.
I mean,
because you wanted to pick Okja, and I was like, no, apparently Okja's gonna fuck everybody up.
That's what made me feel like they were gonna chop that animal up at some point. We had to watch or something.
I think besides Everything Everywhere All at Once, I think A24 movies are typically like a one time. Like it's a one-time personal watch.
Bro,
and
Uncut Gems.
Only time you're gonna watch it again is like if you're like, dude, you got to see this movie. Like, if you're with somebody and you're like trying to watch it, Uncut Gems, I would watch again.
I think I'm ready to watch it again.
Was that A24?
It was, dog.
Never seen it.
It was that?
Yeah. Because I got this A24 pamphlet at home, and Uncut Gems.
Really?
It's Adam Sandler, and he gambles so much that it gives you a panic attack.
Oh damn!
It's probably his best role. Like,
nice, okay.
Because because he's not in control of the movie. He's just in the movie. Like that's why.
And he's still doing his thing. It's still very much him, but he's in a role that's like I'm getting cold chills because it's so fucking good.
He works in the Diamond District, and he lives the kind of life where he just lives on debt. And every next move is like a little bit of money to pay somebody else off. Like he's like constantly just like shrugging off loan sharks.
Damn, and he's watching like a Knicks game and he's like, all right, I got 500,000 on this next shot. And it's like, what? Why?
The next shot.
Like shit like that. You're like, oh, like 50,000. And like homie fucking hits. He's like, yeah, I got it. And he gets a phone call and he's like, all right, look, I just got your money, dog. And it's like, bro, no. Who lives like that?
There's no like really intense action. You're just kind of watching this man just travel from one place to the next.
Make mistakes.
But like
sometimes he wins and sometimes he don't.
The pacing and the sound design, like there's this one specific scene where like he's at his shop trying to deal with customers, and then somebody walks in, but he's got this security door that's like jamming and it won't open, and he's trying to explain, hey, take the magnet and you got to do this thing to open the door, and the customer's over. Like the intensity and the stress they make you feel in that moment.
It's like Overcooked.
It's just like you're clenched for the movie.
The whole time.
It's a great film. And Trax NYC is in it. He's pretty big on YouTube now. He's like pretty much like the most famous dude on the Diamond District, and he's hilarious, dude. And he gives shit away all the fucking time. Yeah. He'll just stand outside his shop trying to give away like tiny gold bars and silver coins to people because it's New York and everybody's trying to hand you something. Most people are like, no, thank you. And he'll just ask him like a simple question, and he's like, okay, yeah, here you go. Here's an ounce of fucking gold.
A fucking ounce of gold. Right. So we're going to balance it. I do want everyone to be able to have a say. For this month, I got some picks already picked. For next month, for the comedies, I'll put together a list, and then we can pick from said list.
Oh, we came up with an idea.
Ooh, what's the idea? I like ideas.
I don't know if you were here. Is
Probably
this your
not.
first? Is this your first podcast back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you weren't here.
What's
What
the
if?
idea? Uh-huh.
What if you take all those ideas?
Uh-huh.
You take all those ideas, and we put them on
the wheel.
on a dartboard.
On a dartboard.
On a dartboard, and we can make like an interactive, like, you know, today Pat throws the dart.
The dart's not by my head while Pat's throwing it.
Well,
is it?
yeah, obviously. You know, we'll move out of the way. We'll have to finesse it where the cameras can see it, and you know, we could turn it into a little segment. You know,
You'd be better off using
the board
door.
decides.
Okay, I like that idea. I like it being a dartboard, which gives us more of our weird
And
man cave
it could
vibe.
be be one of those magnetic dartboards. I'm sure they make blank slated magnetic
Let's,
dartboards.
fuck this wall up.
Okay,
Let's
I know.
Let's do the door.
Yeah, no,
Fuck
fuck
Let's
the
do the
door.
door. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the door.
Fuck the
Yeah,
door.
fuck the
Yeah,
door.
fuck that door.
Fuck that door.
That door
dude.
can get
Yeah,
fucked.
honestly, fuck
we'll
that
have
door,
to
dude.
change the camera angle, but yeah, and then Mickey, you can. Well, whoever's shooting, you just step out the way, and then.
Yeah, let's move.
I'm down for that. I'll figure that out. Next week's
The board has spoken.
Next week's movie is Paprika.
Nice. Never seen
Ooh,
it.
that's what inspired The Matrix, is it not?
It's what
What?
inspired Inception.
Damn. Deeper.
What inspired Matrix? I thought Paprika also.
Maybe it did a little
It was
bit.
probably an
No, I
acid
think
trip.
I think it was a little bit of both.
Yeah,
Every
'cause
time I
I'm
fucking
sure.
type up paprika, it's like, well,
Okay,
you trying to make
good,
a
'cause
goulash?
That's one of those movies that's been on my list for a while, but because I know it's like not. I don't know if it's a heavy movie or not, but it's just
I've
one,
seen it. I
it's
don't
one
think
of
it's
those
super
movies
heavy.
where I'm like, I know I'm gonna have to like sit down and pay attention to this. So those kinds of movies like stay on my list because I keep avoiding them because I'm like, nah, I'm not in the mood, not in the mood, not in the mood.
So, Paprika is a 2006 Japanese adult animated surrealistic science fantasy psychological thriller.
It's got like a Ghibli feel to it, right?
Kind of, but for adults. Directed by Satoshi Kon. Satoshi Kon also did Perfect Blue, which I haven't seen Perfect Blue. And I was going to do that, but I didn't want to do a bunch of Satoshi Kon movies because we could have just did a whole Satoshi Kon month. Anyway, so we're going to do that Satoshi Kon one. It's based off of a novel of the same name. It came out in 2006. It made, oh my God, how much? Oh, $2.6 million for the budget, and it made back 900. Oh my God. What? 944,000?
So it underperformed.
I guess, but half of this is in yen and the other half is in.
It is a cult classic.
Yeah.
They made 9.5 million overseas.
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. The story's about a dream terrorist, okay? So it's gonna be fun.
I dig it.
A dream terrorist.
A dream
Feels like,
terrorist.
You know, Freddy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Which, man, we got those lined up. I'm excited about that. And then Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes,
Nice. I heard that was great. I
love
love
that
George
movie.
Clooney. I haven't seen that movie.
I was literally watching it on the airplane, so I was glad that because
that
Pat put it in
movie.
his suggestions.
Is that a Wes Anderson?
Yes, it is.
Dude,
Are you ready for an animated Wes Anderson?
Ooh, we should
Did
do
that come out
we
at
should
the
do
same
Wes
time
Anderson
as-
month because there's a bunch of Wes Anderson movies that I haven't
I
seen.
don't know
We
what
know that.
that means. When everyone's like,
Yeah, okay,
everyone's always like,
once-
don't act like it's a Wes Anderson movie. I'm like, what
once
exactly does that
once
mean?
you see a Wes Anderson movie, you'll understand because it's a very
seen
specific.
it?
Although Fantastic Mr. Fox is a
Fantastic Mr. Fox isn't, but it has all the trappings. How about
Ye-
this? For next month, we can do Wes Anderson month.
Moonrise Kingdom. I've never seen that.
That's a good. I think we'll do a Wes Anderson month. I'll let everybody pick. So pick your. You can pick
You'll
your Wes
notice
Anderson.
like the script and the characters and like not outside of Fantastic Mr. Fox, he typically uses like very like pastel kind of like very vibrant
Everything's
colors.
very symmetrical.
Yeah, there's just a very specific style. Like once you like Guy Ritchie. You've ever seen a Guy Ritchie film like Snatch,
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
And once you've seen one of those movies, you watch another one, and you're like,
Yeah,
this is
Or
Guy-
like a Quentin
this is Guy
Tarantino
Ritchie.
movie. If you walked in the middle of a Quentin Tarantino movie and you
You'd be
didn't
like,
see
this
it,
is a
you'd be like,
fucking
this is a fucking
blood
Tarantino
everywhere.
movie.
This is a Tarantino,
Right?
movie.
Is
Yeah,
Samuel L.
so-
Jackson there? It's
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
Right. Yeah.
So we're gonna do that, and then for our last one, I'm thinking of doing Persephone.
What is that?
I know what that is.
It is a story about a girl who moved out of Iran during some sort of government
Ooh,
upheaval,
is this-
some sort of revolution,
it's
revolt, and she
heavy?
moves to Britain and is just a punk.
Heavy movie?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I know I've seen the trailer. She moves to Britain and she becomes like a punk because they're all like, oh, there's like super punk rock, and I literally I don't know.
That sounds pretty dope.
I think Marquetta says she's seen it. I'm gonna ask her how heavy it is because I
think
want to
that
keep it
sounds pretty
light-ish, but it sounds pretty good.
I would like to.
Kenny's in the chat.
I'd like to add a movie whenever there's space for it.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite movies.
What is it?
Amadeus.
Ooh.
It's
We could do another music month.
It's about it's not a it's a fictional story, but
Oh,
it's,
is it the Mozart movie?
Yeah.
yes.
Amadeus,
Oh my God,
Amadeus.
was that the one?
Oh, Amadeus.
Amadeus and something Artie. What was the other guy's name? Not Moriarty. Something like that. But it's a great film.
No.
It's either that or the Beethoven movie I'm thinking about.
With the dog?
Like,
I love that movie.
no. Yeah. There's a part though, like the quote has been used in like EDM songs around where it's like that was Mozart, and I'm trying to remember. I think it was Beethoven
Probably.
talking about Mozart.
Huh. Amadeus. We our art teacher had us watch it, and I was like, "This is amazing."
I'm down to do
it's
another music month.
It's made by like the director that made that movie. He's like one of those people that makes like one movie every 10 years, but it's like a banger every time. Like it's
Love that.
Stephen Miller as George Miller. There it is. So yeah, there we are. Persephone is the last one. I need to figure out how heavy it is before I suggest it, and if not, then I'll find something else from the animated list.
Katie said if we don't watch that one, she'll probably kill you.
You see, I saw you look at your phone really quickly, and maybe she didn't say that. My chat's just not uploading.
Is she Ketty Cakes? I'm going to assume she's
She
Ketty
is.
Cakes.
Ketty, tell us
She
how
also
heavy the
said-
movie is.
Said Jesus Christ, it's Persepolis, not Persephone, but she is satisfied. And it's fun but dark. It's political, but also about growing up, slice of life type stuff.
All right, fine, Ketty. That way, if it goes bad
I'm down
and
with
it's super heavy, and Pat's like, I don't believe I made my wife so that we can blame it on you.
I'm down with it.
Also,
All right.
Amadeus
I'm down
is
with
put
it.
in check.
Amadeus was filmed in Czech.
Look at that.
Hey.
I've been there.
Look at that.
But I just found out that Italy touches Austria, and I was like, damn, Czech touches Austria. We can get to Italy pretty quickly, and there's a whole bunch of mountains,
All
fucking
the places.
Pyrenees
You
or
all the
can
something.
sail straight down to Morocco.
Right? Spain touches Morocco damn near. Hey,
No.
we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys at the next Talking Normies podcast. Watch the movies
Thanks.
along with us. This is our chance right now. All right, listen, we've watched more movies this year than I think we have previously. Literally last year, I didn't watch any movies, and this year, I feel like we're back into the swing of movie things. I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. There's been some heavy stuff, but there's been a lot of light stuff, some good stuff, some fun stuff, watching things we've never seen before.
It's true.
Tip your servers. Do not tip your baristas.
For sure. We'll see y'all at the next episode. I'm going to go press the button.
Wait for the music. Da 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 da.
Do, 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 do.
Talking Normies podcast.